Today in Braj Mandal, it is Krishna's Basanta Panchami. From today, for 2 months, there is this spring season. In this season, everywhere in Braj, everything is decorated with flowers and fruits. The sakas in the rainy season and the summer hot season, when they go to the forest grazing the cows with Krishna, they say, "Oh brother, it is so hot in the summer. Oh, you don't feel the heat. Why? Your mother did so much austerity. After all that austerity, as a result of it, oh, you can walk barefoot, but you don't feel any pain. And even though you are dark, you can walk everywhere without any disturbance. Your father, your grandfather, they all did so much austerity for you. Even if you step on a thorn, you don't feel any pain. And even if you step on sharp stones, they don't cut your feet. The Lord has made you so wonderful. But look, we are suffering so much, we are sweating so much, we are covered in sweat, and we are so tired here. And when it rains, in the rainy season, the rain is so powerful, but you are never disturbed. And, oh, you're just dancing and playing, and the peacocks are all dancing with you when it rains, and all the different birds and animals, everyone, oh, you are everyone's good friend. Animals and birds, they have no house. Also, you are also like a resident of the jungle. From morning to evening, that, oh, if someone is so dear to their parents, they always stay at home, eat very nicely. But what is Krishna doing? From early morning, he's going out into the forest and staying out there all day until late afternoon. So the sakas say, oh, and we're always out with you, we also can't stay at home. What should we do? All day we are out in the forest, under the trees, with the grass and with the birds and animals. So this is such difficult austerity. We can't sleep somewhere peacefully. Oh, alas, alas. From morning to evening, we are struggling so much. However, when we see you and your face, we see you are always happy. And when we are feeding you something, or when we are keeping you in our laps, then, oh, we forget everything. Who is our mother or father? Who is any other relative? We only know you. Therefore, also in the summer season, you walk around practically naked, and sometimes you bathe in the different ponds and lakes, and you're always playing and enjoying. But look at our condition. Why? Why are they saying like this or thinking like this? They think if we speak about how we are struggling somehow, then maybe Krishna will take care of himself better. He will sleep more nicely in the afternoon, and he will dress better. He will wear shoes maybe in the summer season. But they won't say this directly to Krishna, so they express their own apparent discomfort. So then, after the summer season came the autumn season, or the rainy season, then the autumn season, and then the winter. In the winter season, Krishna never says, "Oh mother, today it is very cold, now I won't go outside. Oh, I won't take the cows out to graze." Or, "Oh, it is raining today, I won't go out." Krishna never speaks like this. He is never like stubborn, and he also never wants to become a weight on anyone else. He is always absorbed in his service. Now, when the winter season passed, then all the different lotuses blossomed, and then gradually, when the spring season began to come, all the trees became covered in beautiful flowers, And date gur at that time, or khajur, is all developing on the trees, as well as fresh dates. Khajur is fresh dates. If there's any like danda, or the body has any like coldness or disturbance like this, then it will take it out. Also, if you put this khajur and boil it in milk and drink that milk, then your body will get so much strength. These are very powerful. So when they saw that the dates were ripe on the trees, and also other fruits, bale fruits, angur or grapes, all these fruits ripened, that the bananas grow at the end of the rainy season, and the papayas is before the spring. So they said to Krishna, "Oh brother, everything is here, but you don't eat anything, or let us eat. You are always doing austerity. And, oh, just see, the fruits are weighing down the branches of the trees, but you don't take anything. How are you like some strange Babaji, renunciant, sannyasi? And, oh, you have no hunger or thirst." So they are showing to Krishna like this. Krishna says, "Look, brother, when do I get hungry? At 3 in the morning. When it is Brahma Muhurta, then everyone offers me bhoga everywhere, and they are thinking of me and offering me things. Therefore, I take all of you there, I eat, and I feed you as well." At that time, there's no consideration of remnants or anything. They all eat together very happily. And he says, "Oh, we go very early in the morning and eat and are very happy. And that strength one gets at eating in that time of day, oh, that strength is remaining all day, and eating in the day is not so powerful. That all the fruits and flowers are on the trees, but who is lovingly arranging everything from their hearts? Who takes those fruits and flowers and prepares them all and then offers to them? If I am like stealing, taking from the trees and eating, or like filling up my basket, then this is not like proper human culture. Or if someone takes even one small part and gives that, the prem and ananda and ras that is within that cannot be found by taking oneself." So the Sakhas learned, and they said, "Okay, brother, now we will show you." Why? Then the Sakhas climbed the trees, or collected so many different fruits, and they said, "Oh, look, now we will feed you." With so much love, today Krishna was speaking with the Sakhas. Now the spring season came. They entered the spring season in Braj. Basanta is considered the king of the seasons, and it is also the birthday or time of Kamdev, Cupid, and his wife Rati, or attraction. So Krishna said, "Look, brother, in the trees and on the grass and in the forests, there's so much honey or nectar and so much ras in the fruits. This is like mud. It can intoxicate you. And also, it can give you so much ahankar. Therefore, don't touch these things. Our Ishta is Giriraj, Govardhan. And let us take everything to him. We will not take directly. Let us offer everything to Giriraj and not take independently. Then we can take his remnants. And then, oh, Maya will never come within you. Meaning, you will never have any disturbance, no sickness or illness. And, oh, you will never have any like suffering or daridrata, meaning like state of poverty. Today, this is the king of the seasons, or spring has now come, and it is entering everything. This is also like the influence of Cupid. So everyone is therefore decorated with beautiful flowers and fruits. So it is also a very dangerous day. You have to be very careful. So Krishna, his name is Madan Mohan. He who bewilders even Madan, Cupid himself. So this spring season, the king of seasons, has entered Braj. So you have to be careful, otherwise everyone will be maddened by the influence of Cupid. So Krishna made this arrangement, and then he didn't worship Cupid and his wife Rati, or welcome them, or worship them. He didn't give them any place. He said, okay, go somewhere else. You have no place here in Braj. The Brajbasis are not welcoming you and worshipping you. So leave this place. We are worshipping Giriraj. We are his pujaris. We are Giriraj pujaris. Why? Go Vardayati iti Govardhan. Govardhan always increases the happiness of the cows, the gopas, gopis, the cow herders, and everyone in Gokul and Gokul itself. He always increases the ananda of everyone and protects everyone and gives his mercy to everyone, and also welcoming everyone through his service. He pleases everyone and protects everyone in Braj. So in front of Giriraj, no one else has any power or influence in Braj. Therefore, Krishna collected all the cows and collected all their milk and bathed Giriraj with the milk, and then decorated Giriraj with flowers. And with the honey, he bathed Giriraj, and with all the fruits, he made a beautiful offering for Giriraj. And then they saw, first Giriraj, he had taken a four-armed form and eaten everything at the time of Anukut, and it said, oh, Ani or, bring me more, bring me more. But what did he do today, before Krishna and the Sakas? Oh, very beautifully, he appeared in a Vasanta Kunj, a spring Kunja, Karamba Kandi, there, nearby Apsara Kunda and Naval Kishore Kunda. Today, there, Krishna was with the Sakas on one side, playing and joking, and on the other side, at Naval Kishore Kund, he appeared with that divine goddess who appeared in the Sun dynasty, the Surya Vamsa, and there he was dancing and playing. Why? What was the reason? When at Govinda Kunda they made a Yagya Kunda, and Bharguri Rishi, Sandilya Rishi, and other big sages and munis all came, and everyone was welcome to Braj. And for a whole year, all the young gopis, those who were even 6 months old, 2 months or 3 months, or even the girls who were still in the womb, or those who were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, everyone was given marriage in that year. This was the instruction of Purnamasi Devi. She said that this is the most auspicious year to be married, and you should do these weddings in front of Giriraj, and do the ceremony and the wedding, everything right there by the bank of Giriraj. Whatever festival you will do it there as well, and offer all the ghee, yogurt, everything, and then bind the hands together like this, and then marry all the gopis. Pick whatever boy you like and whatever girl you like. Oh, arrange the marriages like this. So then, for a whole year, these marriages were going on. But Krishna, no one liked Krishna, so no one was approaching Krishna for marriage. That all the girls and all the boys were getting married, because Purnamasi said, oh, pick any boy you like, any girl you like, but just get married. But no one picked Krishna. And no one even said, oh, brother. Not the Sakas didn't say, oh, I'm having a wedding, come to my wedding. The Sakas also didn't invite him. That, oh, come and partake in my wedding feast. Therefore, people, they sing, oh, Krishna never was married in Braj. And no one even asked him. No one even was interested. So Krishna at Dangati, when anyone would go to the Yagya Kund taking gifts and preparations and yogurt and ghee, Krishna would be waiting there, and he would break the pots or steal the pots from the gopis. And he was disturbing everyone. And everyone was becoming disturbed. Then, when they went to Dannivartan Kunda there, they captured Krishna. The gopis said, "Oh, you stole all our pots and disturbed us so much." And Krishna said, "Oh, everything wasn't pure. Therefore, it wasn't ready to go to the Yagya Kund. Therefore, I stole it off you and gave it to Giriraj until something is offered to God. Then that thing cannot be offered in the Yagya. Therefore, I was helping you. I was offering it to Giriraj first. Now you can take it for the Yagya Kund. Now you can take it back. Before I took it from you at Dangati. Now you are taking it back, but I already offered it. So now you can take it." Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he also married Radharani, but to who? Ayan Ghosh, or Abhimanyu, the son of Jatila and the brother of Kutila. Look, everyone was married in Braj, but only Krishna alone was left unmarried. No one asked about him or wanted to marry him. Yashoda and Nanda, they didn't think about it also. They thought, "Oh, he's just a baby boy. Now he is drinking my milk," Yashoda thought. Even his teeth are very small. He hasn't had his baby teeth even come yet. We will marry him in time. When he is older, we will find a good girl and marry him. But when Radharani was married, then Krishna was so sad. Everyone thought, also Nanda and Yashoda thought that, Vrishabhanu had arranged before that Radharani would be married to Krishna. But it didn't happen. So then everyone was very sad. When at Govinda Kund Krishna came, every day he would come to see and watch from afar, how many weddings are going on, how many ceremonies are taking place. Srimati Radharani saw, what pastime is going on? What is this Leela? What did Krishna say? And what did the Sakhis say? Are they cheating me all? What is this going on? When she saw all the different groups sitting, all the different boys and girls, then she saw, it is no one else. Why? At that time, at the Brahma Vimohan Leela, Brahma stole all the sakas and calves, and Krishna became all the calves and all the sakas, and then, therefore everyone was married to Krishna. So Radharani saw this, and they were sitting in so many different couples with hundreds and thousands of yagyas going on and hundreds of thousands of marriages going on at one time. And everyone was singing different songs in different groups, and there were so many festivals going on. And they're also playing Holi and throwing colors. Seeing this, Radharani said, what is this? Who are these boys? Who are they all? And she saw, they are all just Krishna. He's such a cheater. He's standing here pretending that he's not marrying anyone, but in a hidden way he is marrying everyone. He didn't even leave one girl. He wanted to marry all the girls. But he is cheating everyone, not coming directly. So she became very upset, and she had such a powerful man develop. Then she went to the Madhavi Malati Kunja, and there quietly, sadly sat down. Then Krishna saw, what to do now? Then he went there and offered his head at her feet. First, he took off his turban or crown and placed it at her feet. This is called Mukutshila. But still, she turned her face away from him. She wouldn't even look at his face. Krishna prayed to her so many times, but she wouldn't listen. Then he placed his head at her feet and said, "Please forgive me." Then he thought, okay, no problem. You won't listen to me? Okay, no problem. So then Krishna went a little far away to Sori Kunda, and there he bathed, meaning he left his swarup there, one swarup, and then he turned into a new form, a very beautiful, divinely effulgent, like a demigod, or the form of the deity worshipful by the demigods. He took a form of Kamdev, Cupid himself, even hundreds and thousands of times more beautiful and attractive than Cupid. And he had very beautiful long eyes, and his nose was like a sesame flower. His teeth were very white and like pearls, and his nails were very effulgent, and he was covered in so many diamonds and jewels, and decorated so much it was astonishing. No one had ever seen him like this. And then he came like this, decorated in the Naval Kishore form, like the divine youth. And at Kadamba Kandi he began dancing. As he began this dance at Kadamba Kandi, then the demigods began to shower flowers, and Cupid, seeing Krishna, became bewildered. Therefore Madan Cupid became astonished and bewildered. Then Krishna was called Madan Mohan. And Rati, Cupid's wife, she fell senseless, so attracted to Krishna. No one had seen such a beautiful form before. Then what happened? All the different beautiful peacocks all went to Krishna and went to this Naval Kishore form of Sri Krishna and began dancing with him. And all the peacocks were flying, and all the other birds flew there, and the squirrels, the deer, they didn't go anywhere else, they all went there. Also, even in Braj, like when everyone is going before, it is like dust maybe rising in clouds. But today, all the sky was filled with the flower petals falling. Like also the demigods were there, and all their wives, like the Apsaras, fell senseless seeing Krishna. So attracted to him, they could not tolerate it, and they fell senseless. And the demigods, seeing this dancing in Braj, they lost their senses. They had never seen a festival like this. On the other side, Lalita and Vishaka, they were searching, where is Radharani? And finally they found her alone, sitting at Madhavi Malati Kunja. And they said, look, Radhe, today we heard that Krishna worshipped Giriraj. In the spring season, this is the first day of spring, and Krishna worshipped Giriraj with all the Vasanti Rag. He also sang with the Vasanta Rag, and Giriraj has appeared in a very beautiful form. Let us go see, and whatever we can ask from Giriraj. Giriraj appeared, but Radharani didn't want to go. But the gopis, they went there and they began singing in the Vasanta Rag, the spring tune. Like people say here, Aaye ki Basanta Bahar, the spring has come here. Our Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad in his Padyavali writes, and in his Radharas Sudanidde, he describes the Basanta season. There, the Sakis began dancing and singing, and Radharani also started gradually going. She agreed, and she started following the Sakis. When they saw the king of the spring, Vasantaraj, they gave him this name. Oh, he is Vasantaraj. They couldn't tell it was Krishna at first. He is not ordinary. Oh, they said Giriraj has appeared as Vasantaraj, the king of spring. But then someone said, no, this is Naval Kishore. Who is that Naval Kishore? It's not Nanda Kishore, Naval Kishore. Then the Saki said, you shouldn't look at the face of another person, another man. No, this is Giriraj. Giriraj has appeared himself and is giving us his darshan in this beautiful form. So then everyone began to dance, and all the sky was filled with the flowers being showered from the heavens. And also the pollen of the flowers, it's very soft and it's very fragrant and beautiful, and the whole sky was filled with all the different colors of pollen falling from the flowers. And all this covered the Sakis, and all their colors changed with all this pollen. Now their previous forms did not remain. What form did they take? They all became like more beautiful than hundreds of thousands of apsaras, heavenly damsels. And they all took this yuvati form, the youthful form. Therefore there is one kirtan, Basatu Mano Hara Pesham. They are all yuvati kadambe, in fresh youth, like the kadamba flowers blossoming. The Sakis became immersed in the ocean of Ananda Ras. Then also Krishna, or Naval Kishore, Nanda Kishore, or the king of spring, Vasantaraj, was doing kirtan. When you go there to Kadamba Kandi in Giriraj there makes a place like a stadium. It is like different steps, one after another, so people can sit. And you see on one side Giriraj is standing tall, and the other side is like a stadium with seats. So Krishna then went and sat on one side, and then the Sakis began to sing on the other side. When the Sakis began to sing, then Krishna silently listened, and Then to give them gifts, Krishna was prepared.
क्या उपहार दे रहे हैं कृष्ण?
What gift would he give?
मानो गिरिराज गोवर्धन प्रसन्न हो गए,
Giriraj Govardhan is happy.
प्रसन्न होकर के
And happily,
जैसे ब्रजवासियों के लिए
like for the Brajabasis,
सब कुछ भरपूर कर दी। आज
he decorated everything with flowers and fruits in Braj. So today he was very happy and he said, "Oh, take any blessing you want. What do you want?" Why? They still thought Krishna was like Giriraj, Naval Kishore in this form. So he said, "Take any blessing." So Krishna was sitting there watching, and the Sakhis were dancing and singing.
ऐसा अमृत
Then they said, "Give us some Amrita nectar,"
सुनाइए,
or meaning, sing something for us. Give us some shower of ras in our ears.
बसंतराज
Then Basantaraj, Nanda Kishore, Naval Kishore Krishna began singing, but not in one form or in his Krishna regular form that they understood him by. Like yogis,
50 रूप बना लिया,
like they can make 100 or 200 or many thousands of forms. So Krishna, he had his Swayam Roop, Tadekatma Roop, Swayam Prakash form,
विलास
his Vaibhav Vilas, Vaibhav Prakash.
स्वरूप
He manifested
इतना
many
प्रकाश किया,
thousands and thousands of forms. Someone was playing mridanga, someone was singing and doing kirtan, someone was dancing.
और एक ही स्वरूप में
And each swarup
इतना आकर्षण है,
had so much attractive power, so much akkarshan, like millions and millions of the effulgence of different millions of suns.
सूर्य के समान
And they were even more effulgent than
उज्ज्वल,
millions of suns.
और सबके हृदय
And everyone's hearts, seeing him, became filled with joy at that time.
वो सखियां
The Sakhis,
सुनती सुनती
listening to Krishna singing and doing kirtan, drinking this ras, they became completely submerged in this nectar. And there,
सीढ़ियां हैं, राधारानी ऊपर बैठी
Radharani sat at the top of the stadium, and all the Sakhis were sitting around her, below her. And Krishna alone manifested so many thousands of forms, and himself was doing kirtan, playing mridanga, singing, dancing. So this shower of ras, this is called Basanti Ras.
वृंदावन में
In
शारदीय रास
Vrindavan, there is Saradiya Ras in the autumn season,
उधर पानी सब एक वर्धन,
and in Govardhan, there's the Basanta Ras.
में जो रास है
So that Ras in Govardhan,
नित्य सिद्धों के लिए,
this is for the Nitya Siddha Gopis only,
साधन सिद्धों
not
के
for the
लिए।
Sadhan Siddhas.
वहाँ पर
And there,
खुद रसराज
Rasaraj Krishna
रसिक
or Ras Rasik Krishna,
हैं, नित्य कीर्तन के
he was
द्वारा
dancing and singing, and through this he enchanted everyone.
सखियों का जो स्वरूप,
Then the Sakhis form at that time,
इससे महाप्रभु जी ने रामानंद राय से
how are they?
पूछा,
Therefore Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Roy,
राधा स्वरूप
Radha
कौन
Swarup
से
kaho,
स्वरूप
Krishna Swarup Prem
हैं?
Kon Tattva or Ras
कृष्ण
Kon
कौन तत्व
Roop.
है, रस कौन रूप हैं? कोई कहता है
Some
प्रेम
people
कौन
say,
तत्व है, रस कौन
oh,
रूप।
Prem Kon Tattva or Ras Kon Roop.
राधारानी के जो स्वरूप और
So
सखियों का
Radharani's
स्वरूप,
Swarup and the Sakhi's Swarup and Krishna's Swarup there,
ये देवता लोग,
the demigods and the Gandharvas, the Kinnaras,
हैं, नारद ऋषि आदि
Narad Rishi and the
जब
heavenly sages,
आकाशमंडल से दिखा,
when they were watching from the sky in their heavenly airplanes, then
स्थगित हो गए।
they all became stunned.
वहाँ
There,
वहीं कामदेव मोहित हो
Kamdev,
गए।
Cupid also became bewildered and
उनका शक्तिहीन हो गया,
lost all Shakti,
कामायज्ञ नहीं कर,
meaning he could not do his work as Cupid.
रति मूर्छित हुए।
And Rati, his wife, also became senseless.
देखा ही जाए, दूसरे लोग के पास
There, near
अप्सरा
Ponchudi,
कुंड, नवल कुंड
there is
प्रतीक।
Apsara Kunda, Naval Kishore
और
Kunda,
जब
they are present.
कुंड से चलेंगे,
And when you go after
शिला है,
Govinda Kunda, there is the Mukut Shila where Krishna
उनको
put his crown or pagari, turban at Radharani's feet. And today that symbol of his crown is also there. Nearby is Sori Kunda where Krishna bathed and then became Sori, or he took this very effulgent form of Naval Kishore.
सखियां
The Sakhis also in Apsara Kunda, they bathed nearby this
उनका स्वरूप,
Naval Kishore Kunda. And reaching that place, then their forms also changed.
सखी
They began to look at one another and said, "Oh, you're so beautiful, your clothes today are so nice. Oh, what has Giriraj given today? You've completely changed, and you are singing so wonderfully, and you are playing mridanga so nicely, and playing the sanai, the kartal."
कृष्ण इस इतने में
Then
ध्वनि
Krishna began playing his flute,
सब आविष्ट हो गए।
And everyone became fully absorbed in listening to Krishna's flute playing. Nearby there's the Ratikeli Kunja.
उस कुंज में
And in
गिरिराज
that
जी ने
Kunja, Giriraj
इतना सुंदर सजाया,
decorated it so beautifully.
वृंदावन में उसकी एक छवि है,
There's one
बैठा हुआ मंदिर है,
painting of this in
सामने
Vrindavan.
दर्शन देते हैं।
One time a year they give this darshan.
ये किसी महापुरुष ने
Some
उस लीला को
great
समर्पण
personality
वृंदावन में
meditating on that pastime,
प्रकाश
he
डाला।
manifested some
किंतु गुरु
indication of
वर्ग
this
ने
pastime. In the hearts of the Guru Varga,
गोवर्धन ऋत्विकरी कुंज,
there's this
गोवर्धन
Govardhan Ratikeli Kunja present.
हैं, समस्त
And there,
गुरुजी वर्णन करते थे,
Gurudev would
पीले
describe
फूलों से
that with yellow flowers,
पृथ्वी देवी सज गई,
meaning the whole earth was decorated, and
सज गया कपड़ा,
everything in
सज
Braj
गया
was decorated with
पीले बनी।
yellow mustard flowers.
सर्वत्र। और इधर गिरिराज जी ने
And Giriraj,
अपने हृदय रूपी कुंज को सजाया।
he decorated his Hriday Rupi Kunja, the Kunja of his heart.
बंसी ध्वनि सुनकर
And then hearing the flute playing of
सब लोग
Krishna,
कुंज में प्रवेश हो
everyone entered that Kunja.
गए। कितना बड़ा कुंज है,
And then they saw it was such a huge
कितना
Kunja,
दूर तक है,
like for many miles.
और बाहर में गिरिराज जी
And outside Giriraj,
हैं, पत्थर के रूप में, पहाड़ के
he
रूप
was
में,
present
एक
like a
विशाल स्वरूप धारण
huge,
करके सबको
like pattar form, like stone.
अपना
But inside there was the Ratikeli Kunja. He was hiding everything outside. And how was his heart? Outside, he was hiding everything. But inside, like in your heart, your antaratma,
प्रसन्न नहीं
if you are not happy there and your antaratma is not happy,
साधन भजन
then
तपस्या कर ले,
outside you may do so much austerity, sadhan, bhajan, but it has no value.
ये लोगों को दिखाने हो
This is
गया,
only
लोग
like
दिखाने को रख जाए।
show bottle performance,
बाहर के दिखावटी होगा,
like a performance outside, external performance, but you have not pleased the soul of your soul. So Krishna said again and again in the Gita, Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat juhosi, yat stahasi, yat tapasyasi kunteya, tat kurusva, madarpanam. Whatever you do it for me, from morning to evening. Whatever you do, whether you're eating, walking, sleeping, working, do it, offer it to me, then you'll be free of all tension. Some people say, oh, in this life, what will we go? What will we take? We have sin and piety and the fruits of our karma. Who will take this? Why do you take this burden with you? Whatever you do morning to evening, offering it to Krishna, then you have no question of sin, piety or karma fruits. Then Paramatma is present in your heart. Offer everything to Him. He will maintain everything. Today, when the Sakhis with Krishna went to the Kunja, they saw Krishna's form and Giriraj's form. How is the process of service? Seeing this, the gopis forgot their man and abhiman. On the other side, Baladev Prabhu, the next day when he came, he saw he was sitting on top of a hill in Giriraj, and he was watching the calves grazing with Krishna and the Sakhas, and he saw the older gopas with the elder mother cows nearby Chandra Sarovar, but they began running towards their calves. From there, with their tails raised in the air, they were running so swiftly, and the gopas tried to stop them, but they wouldn't stop. Then the cowherd men were very disturbed. Oh, these boys are very badmashes, rascals, that, oh, they brought the calves nearby the cows, and now all the cows are running there and causing this disturbance. When the cows ran there with their tails high in the air, seeing their calves, even the calves that were 2 or 3 or 4 years old, or 1 year old, that the cows already had young, new calves, and they don't generally give milk to the older 2-3 year old calves. But they all ran to these calves and started giving milk. The cowherd men, they were very angry and coming, ready to chastise the Sakhas. But when they came nearby them, they embraced all the boys in their arms and began to weep and bathe them in their tears, and then holding them in their arms and on their shoulders, they began to dance. Baladev said, what Maya is this? That, oh, they were so angry and they were coming as if they were ready to beat the boys. The cowherd men, they're very strong, and oh, they cannot stop their anger. They will engage their anger anywhere. However, today they didn't become disturbed when they came close, and also I've never seen a cow give milk to her old calves. So then he went to Krishna, oh, what Maya is this? What is this? He couldn't understand at first. He was like rubbing his eyes as if it was like some fantasy. But then he saw, oh, there's no calf, there's no Sakha, they're all four-armed Narayan, Krishna. What is this? Oh, what Maya is covering my awareness. then he closed his eyes and was doing his dhyan meditating, and then he saw, oh, there's no one there, only Krishna. No sakas, no calves. Everyone is only Krishna. Krishna is alone. Why? At that time when Brahma Mohan Lila happened, Baladev hadn't come to the cow grazing that day. It was his birthday. So his mother told him, oh, don't go to cow graze today. Today we'll invite all the pandits and Brahmins and give them charity, and you will get tilak and so forth. Then Krishna said, oh, I will go very quickly and come back. I have to take the cows out. I'll only go very quickly, 1 or 2 hours, and then come back. But he went, and then for 1 year, all the sakas were gone. They thought we'll go for an hour or two, but the whole year passed. So when Baladev said, oh, Kanaya, what is this? Then he saw, oh, no one is there, only Krishna. Then Baladev asked, oh, what happened? Krishna said, what can I tell you? Everyone wanted to. All the cows wanted me to be their sons, and all the gopis wanted me to be their sons. And all the gopis, sakis, they wanted me to marry them, or be their priyatam, their beloveds. So I had to fulfill everyone's desire. Then how could I do this? If someone prays to Bhagavan, then the Lord will give. Jinki bhavana jahirasi hari murat dekatin te se. It is a saying that according to your mood, the Lord will manifest before you. So when this spring season comes, then Holi Lila starts. Means at this time, no one will have any filthy or contaminated or polluted mood in their minds. Krishna fills everyone with ananda and decorates everyone with the colors of Braj. Now there's no dark, like blackness or contamination inside. Everything becomes very beautiful and colorful, and all the colors changes and becomes filled with madhurya and sundarya, beauty and sweetness. Krishna in this way fused everyone with so much nectar. Now how could anyone have man and go silently apart or far away from Krishna? Instead they had more and more tendency to play with Krishna with Brajras. It is said our Pundarik Vidyanidhi appeared, Vishnu Priya Devi appeared, Raghunath Das Goswami appeared, Raghunandan Thakur appeared, and Bhakti Bhushan Bhagavat Maharaj appeared, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur disappeared, and Bhakti Vivek Bharati Maharaj also disappeared. In this world also, on today, they worship Saraswati, the Adhishtatri Devi of knowledge or Vidya. Today is her appearance, and they worship her on this day. When someone asked Bhaktivinoda Thakur, should we worship Saraswati today? We have so much qualification. How will we attain this qualification? Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Saraswati Krishna Priya, Krishna Bhakti Tar Hiya, Vinodera Se Se Vaibhav. Oh, worship this Saraswati, Gaur Saraswati. She is Krishna Priya. This is the opulence of Vinod. Don't worship Saraswati Devi, who is the presiding goddess of material knowledge. Bhakti Saraswati is something else. So he said, Saraswati Krishna Priya, she is the beloved of Krishna, Krishna Bhakti Tadhya, in whose heart she is present. Vinodera Se Se Vaibhav, that is the opulence of Vinod. That is our Vaibhav. So this was Gaur Panchami. This is Panchami, the 5th day. Saraswati came on this 5th day of the moon cycle. And then the next day, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada also appeared on the Panchami. So he said, he is coming. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, with so much joy and ananda, whatever he wrote, in the end, what would he say? He would mention his names. But he didn't say, so the Sahajiyas wouldn't be able to say that they would change it or do something. Like Narottam Das Thakur also, he would always write Narottam Das Thakur, or Lochan Das would always also write his name. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he would put his name in all the kirtans at the end. You will find it in all the kirtans. Why? He is present there in the kirtans. So by taking shelter of him, then we can get so much mercy.
हाँ, हम तो सब तो नहीं वर्णन कर
We
सकते,
cannot
थोड़ा-थोड़ा
describe all the
नाम
different pastimes and glories of all the personalities.
और रसराज
Krishna is Rasaraj,
वृंदावन धाम
and this is
और
Vrindavan
पूरा
Dham and the spring season.
उनका वर्णन करते ना
So,
कितना वर्ष लग जाएंगे।
so many years will go just glorifying Krishna in this Basanta pastime. 10 years can go on. And in Nityalila also, we will continuously do these glorification. There I don't have any problem, but here I have some trouble. But in Nityalila, I can speak continuously. But here I have this responsibility here, so I can't speak continuously.
तो यहाँ कहते हैं पुंडरीक विद्यानिधि का आज आविर्भाव तिथि है।
So today is Pundarik Vidyanidhi's appearance day.
महाप्रभु जी ने जब नवद्वीप में संकीर्तन
When Mahaprabhu started his
रास शुरू किया,
Sankirtan Ras in Navadvip Dham,
सब सम्मिलित हुए।
everyone came there.
पंडित
Gadadhar Pandit said, "Oh Gadadhar,
देखो,
look,
जब तक वैष्णव दर्शन किया
until we have had Vaishnav Darshan,
रस दर्शन अर्थात भक्ति
or
रस नहीं है।
then we cannot get Bhakti Ras or Ras Darshan. Bhakti
दर्शन वो
Pareshanubhava Virakti Anyatra. When Bhakti comes, then you get Anubhav or experience of Bhagavan.
विरक्ति रंजन
And Viraktir Anyatra, detachment from everything else.
हाँ और
And
क्या होगा
what else?
भक्ति रंजन विरक्ति रंजन तो जैसे तू एक काल प्रसन्नता हृदय उल्लास से और वैष्णव दर्शन कर जाओ।
Your heart will fill with joy. Therefore go for Vaishnav Darshan. Where's the Vaishnav?
कोई है हम किसी
There is no Vaishnav bigger than you. I'm here with you. Where to go to see what Vaishnav? We are here doing Sankirtan in Shiva Sangan. We have started the Ras festival.
और किसी का रस है
Where is any Ras more than this? Anywhere else? No, you should go. Where?
दर्शन करें।
Go have darshan of the Vaishnava. Who then?
पुंडरीक विद्यानिधि
Go see Pundarik Vidyanidhi.
और दर्शन करने गया क्या देखा लंबे लंबे बाल
He went and saw Pundarik Vidyanidhi had long, black, shiny hair.
क्या सुंदर
He was
चेहरा
very beautiful. He had a very beautiful, effulgent face. He had so much nice oil in his hair. And it was like dripping fragrant oils.
वैसे पान चबा रहे हैं
And he was chewing on pan. He had a golden stick and a golden spittoon where he would spit the pan in the golden pot. And someone was fanning him with a peacock fan and a chamar. He was wearing beautiful silken cloth. And he was sitting on very soft, beautiful seats and asan. And he was decorated with beautiful garlands.
और पता नहीं
And
कभी तो क्या स्मरण करते हैं क्या कीर्तन करते हैं
he was doing different kirtans and meditating on different things. So Gadadhar went there and saw, oh, is this a Vaishnava?
भोगी के जहाज हैं
He is like the number one enjoyer.
महाप्रभु का भी कोई
So Mahaprabhu said he is a Vaishnava. Mahaprabhu is always cheating and tricking me.
तो ये लगता है कि मैं
So he thought, oh,
कुछ समझता नहीं हूँ
like Mahaprabhu thinks I don't know anything. Oh, and he can trick me and cheat me. He's always thinking I'm very gullible.
वो आपको गया नोट करके
So he came back to Mahaprabhu.
नरम गरम होकर
And then he was very angry. Like, oh, now I will tell Mahaprabhu off.
भारतीय महाप्रभु कहेगा
When he came, then Mahaprabhu said, oh, you didn't see the Vaishnava? You didn't have Vaishnav darshan?
है एक बाह्य दर्शन होता है
There's one external darshan and one internal darshan.
बाहरी
You only looked at the external thing and ran back.
वैष्णव दर्शन
If you had Vaishnav darshan, then you would have Ras darshan. Your heart would become filled with joy and bhakti ras. And then
हैं आनंद उत्सव
you would have like a festival of bliss within your heart.
नहीं दर्शन
But therefore you did not have darshan.
मुकुंद बोला मुकुंद
Then he told Mukunda, oh come, Mukunda,
इनको वैष्णव दर्शन
go and give him Vaishnav darshan.
मुकुंद
So then Mukunda,
जानते थे पहले से
he knew from before,
हैं?
Pundarik,
कीर्तनिया
he is a nice kirtaniya.
वो
And
जानते थे और
he knew
मुकुंद
all this. So now Mukunda,
प्रवेश करेंगे घर के दरवाजा
he was entering the door.
बागान में
First there's a garden area where Pundarik Vidyanidhi stays. Not like, oh, just different little flats. That time we never heard like this. We would have a nice house, a nice garden, a park. Then you would have like an entry area and you'd have a big like courtyard. Not just like an apartment with two flats. So as he entered the gate, there he started singing the Bhagavatam verses. Very beautiful, with a very beautiful tone. He began singing the verses of the Bhagavatam with a beautiful melody. And then he glorified the form and roop of Krishna, and he said, Ahobakiyam stanagala kutam. He praised Krishna. How merciful is Krishna, who he even liberated Putana, who came to kill him, putting poison on her breasts, that she is a child killer, a demoness. But Krishna gave her the position of his mother. Oh, leaving that so merciful Krishna, who will you go to worship? There's no need even of bhajan. She came to kill him. But Krishna kept her, giving her a position, a respectable position like his mother. And he didn't let her leave Braj. Therefore, who is more merciful than Krishna? Then he began to sing, Varabhadam Pitam Natavara. Hearing this, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who was on his beautiful bed, where did his beautiful cloth go and all his decorations? Like a child, he began to cry out, and he fell off his bed and was rolling on the ground, rolling from one side to another side, and his body was covered in sweat. Where did all his royal cloth? And he began to lament, Kahamor Prananath Prajendranandan Prajendranandan Vinan Fate Moraman Kaha Jao Kahapa Prajendranandan. Where can I find that Prajendranandan? Where has my Krishna gone? In the separation of Krishna, he began to lament bitterly, and his whole body became covered in sweat and changed different colors. All the symptoms of ecstasy manifested in his form. Then his pores in his body became very large and like thorns almost, and it was like blood was coming out of his body, and he was shivering and shaking and meditating on Krishna. All these symptoms of ecstasy manifested. Then Mukunda did another kirtan, and Pundarik Vidyanidhi at that time fell senseless. That time Mukunda took his foot dust and put it on his body. Seeing the eightfold symptoms of ecstasy on Pundarik Vidyanidhi, Gadadhar became bewildered and astonished, and he took the foot dust of Pundarik Vidyanidhi and then came back to Mahaprabhu and said, "Oh Lord, you saved me. Otherwise I did Vaishnav of aparad." Seeing the Vaishnav to be ordinary or not pure, he is such a transcendental Vaishnav, but I looked at him with material intelligence. Therefore I made such an offense. What will be my prashchitta, my atonement? Therefore the heart becomes so dry. When we look at Vaishnavas in a demeaning way or do not see their true nature, then our heart becomes like a stone. And we cannot recognize Vaishnavas, and we make offenses or disrespect. Therefore Mahaprabhu said, "Go." Oh, you took out, if a thorn goes in your foot, you can't take the thorn out of your shoulder or head. You have to take the thorn out where it went in. So you offended the Vaishnava. Go, take shelter of him and take diksha from him. Take a mantra from him and surrender to him. And what does it mean to take diksha? Eternally take a vow to serve him. This is the meaning of diksha. It does not mean, oh, you've taken diksha, now Guru will worship me. That, oh, how can I eternally serve him? That is the meaning of diksha. How will he accept me? And eternally accept me and engage me and give me shelter and his adhikar or right for his service. That is the meaning of diksha. His service is God's service. His service, or by his service, then he will engage your service tendency in the service of God directly. Take shelter of such a guru who has that power to offer you to God and to engage your tendency in God's service and develop that. So the next day he went to Pundarik Vidyanidhi and prayed to him. But Pundarik Vidyanidhi doesn't give mantra diksha to anyone or make any disciples. But Mahaprabhu himself went, and all the devotees went. And with great difficulty they made him finally agree. And then he gave diksha to Gadadhar Pandit and mantra. Mahaprabhu said, "Oh, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he is like my father." Why? He is the incarnation of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. So he said, he is like my father. That Srimati Radharani is Gadadhar Pandit, and Pundarik Vidyanidhi is Vrishabhanu Maharaj, her father. So when she took shelter of him, then Mahaprabhu was happy. When the daughter grows up, oh, sometimes like she will not listen to the father or regard the father, some abhiman comes. So Mahaprabhu said, "Maryada alangan mui saite nepari." I will never tolerate anyone crossing over proper etiquette. Even when Pundarik was in Jagannath Puri, Vallabhacharya went there, and there
महाप्रभु के भक्तों से मिलने के लिए
He met with Mahaprabhu's devotees. He tried so hard, showing like, oh, he was so high and exalted and giving so many commentaries and this and that. But Mahaprabhu's associates didn't give him so much attention. Then Mahaprabhu said, oh, that person who does not accept Sridhar Swami, then that person is a prostitute. That he was trying to give his own commentary, but not respecting Sridhar Swami, the original commentator in the Bhagavatam. So he said, oh, Swami is the husband. If you don't respect the husband, then you are a prostitute. So then he took shelter of Gadadhar Pandit and said, give me Diksha, please. So Gadadhar Pandit, he is so simple and soft. So he gave him Kam Gayatri and Diksha mantras. When Mahaprabhu heard that he gave Diksha to Vallabhacharya, then he said, oh, you have given an anadhikari, unqualified person Diksha, therefore your mantra has left you. Now your mantra has no Shakti. Then Gadadhar Pandit was very sad. What should I do now? It is said, oh, go back to Guru and take Diksha again. And he had taken Kshetra Sannyas. He had taken a vow not to leave Puri because otherwise Mahaprabhu was sending people away. So he thought, Mahaprabhu's in Puri, I will always stay in Puri. Therefore he took Kshetra Sannyas, which is a vow that you will not leave that certain place. You will take sannyas there. So he said, meditate on your Gurudev. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi, after Gadadhar was meditating on him, then he came to Puri, and then Gadadhar Pandit took Diksha from him again. Therefore, you should not speak your mantra here and there. By doing this, then your mantra Shakti will leave you. And then, the path of your progress will be finished. Then what happened? Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he was present there in Puri for some time. In Puri, Jagannath, he would go every day for Jagannath Darshan. In those days, when it is cold, it is Ulan Sasti. At that time, Jagannath is given starched cloth. For 1 month, he wears this cloth. And he is all covered, and you can see only a little bit of his face, but otherwise he's completely covered. On this day they opened a different cloth. Otherwise, for 1 month in the winter time, he was covered in 7 layers of cloth. It's called Gaur Charna. And they gave him starched cloth that hadn't been washed out. Pundarik saw this and he said, oh, how are these pandas? They're giving this starch cloth and this is not clean like the dhobis, the washermen. They make this starch and it is not clean, and they're jesting Jagannath with this. How can they do this? So then he started talking with his friends like this, criticizing the pandas. The next day, Mahaprabhu went to Mangalarti and saw Pundarik Vidyanidhi is not there. Every day he was going for Mangalarti. Then after Mangalarti, he went where Pundarik was staying and he knocked on the door. But he didn't get up. Then finally he opened the door. And then Mahaprabhu said, oh, what has happened to you? Oh, his face was like red and bloated. And there were 5 fingerprints on each side of his cheek. What happened? There were 5 fingers on each cheek and his face was red with the marks. But he couldn't say anything. He said, oh, yesterday Jagannath was wearing the starched cloth and I was criticizing his pujaris, saying, oh, how are these pujaris? So nighttime Baladev and Jagannath both came and one brother began beating me on one cheek and the other brother beat me on the other cheek. So now, he was so beautiful, but now on either cheek he has this sign of the 5 fingers slapping him. Just look at their affection. Otherwise, how can any ordinary people understand? Oh, will Bhagavan come to everyone? You may criticize so many people, but will the Lord himself come and chastise you? So therefore, how much relation they must have? When Pundarik Vidyanidhi stayed in Navadvip, he would go at the night time, not in the daytime. Why? He said he would go in his palanquin with his sevaks. First he would do sastang, prostrated obeisance. He would never touch Ganga with his feet. He would take the water of Ganga and put it on his head. He said, this is the Charanamrita of God. And he would offer dandavats and do arti. If you go in the daytime, someone is bathing and washing their cloth, or spitting, or brushing the teeth there. So then, seeing this also, his mind would be disturbed, or you may do aparad. If you see people doing bad activities, you may also get that habit come to you. But if you don't see people, if you go to people where people are not respecting Vaishnavas and Gurus, and you associate with them, this is called bad association, dusanga. Then our bad tendency can come like theirs. and then we will also do bad activities like them.
इसलिए
Therefore,
पवित्रता बजाय रखने के लिए
to
और
protect your purity
स्वस्थ रखने के लिए
and
भक्ति में
to keep your bhakti healthy and your bhajan,
और सब समय
then you should always be very
कीर्तन
careful.
स्मरण
Pundarik Vidinidhi would always be engaged in kirtan and smaran and absorption in the Lord's service.
तो ये पुंडरीक
So,
विद्यार्थी का भी आज
Today's Pundarik Vidinidhi's appearance.
और भगवान के जो भूशक्ति लीला शक्ति और
Then
शक्ति
Bhagavan has Bhu Shakti, Lila Shakti and Shri Shakti.
महाप्रभु के ये भूशक्ति विष्णुप्रिया देवी
Bhu Shakti is Vishnu Priya Devi, Shri Shakti is Lakshmi Priya,
लीला शक्ति गदाधर पंडित
and Lila Shakti is Gadadhar Pandit or Swarup Shakti.
जब आते तो शक्ति साथ में आती
When Mahaprabhu or the Lord comes, he comes with his Shakti. So Bhu Shakti is the Adashtatri Devi or presiding goddess of Bhakti,
के द्वारा भगवत
and through Bhakti one can attain God,
व्यवस्था करती है
and she arranges all this.
और श्री शक्ति
Shri Shakti is Lakshmi Priya. She came first and married Mahaprabhu first.
धन दौलत
She thought, I will give so much dan, dolat, wealth, and then they will respect God and worship God. But if people get lots of wealth, they get so much pride with that, and they will not worship God.
जिसे लक्ष्मी देवी
So
उद्धरित हुई
Lakshmi Devi disappeared.
शक्ति विष्णुप्रिया की
Then
प्राप्ति हुई
Bhu Shakti came and married Mahaprabhu.
शुरू से ही
From her childhood,
घर में
in her house, she would be absorbing Gita, Bhagavat, Ramayan.
कि
Also,
समस्त वेद वेदांत को
she studied all Ved, Vedanta, Sastra, Upanishads.
और
And
बचपन से सब
in her
कुछ
childhood, she would preach to everyone also.
सुना। उनके पिता
Her father,
सनातन मिश्र
Sanatan Mishra,
राज पंडित थे
he was the king priest.
लेकिन हमारे बेटी
And he saw, oh, my daughter, she is so learned.
स्वयं महाराज
And the king also himself,
राजगुरु को कहते
he
पुरोहित
told his guru,
कि
the
आपकी
Purohit, oh,
ये जो कन्या है
your daughter,
ये हम लोग के कल्याण के लिए
for our
अभिभूत है
welfare she has appeared.
कोई भी
And
प्रश्न पूछना है कोई भी
you can ask her any question or any question about any type of knowledge.
सबसे बड़ा
And
पंडित नवद्वीप के महाप्रभु के पास रजमर जाते हैं
Sanatan Mishra, he was like such a great pandit. Mahaprabhu wouldn't go. Why? He was afraid. Because Mahaprabhu would like to argue with everyone and defeat everyone and tease everyone.
सोचते थे
So they wouldn't go to see Mahaprabhu also. But
उनके पांडित्य देख करके
seeing
उनको
the
प्रणाम करके उनसे प्रार्थना
Panditya of Vishnu Priya,
धन्य
and
है
he would pray to her, oh, how glorious you are.
इतना
That
विष्णु प्रिय नाम ही है विष्णु
her name also is Vishnu Priya, meaning the beloved of Vishnu. So how glorious she must be.
महाप्रभु
So Mahaprabhu, in his childhood also,
पंडित ब्राह्मण स्मार्ट
he would like to argue and defeat all the different Brahmins and Smartas and Pandits and Shaktas, worshippers of Durga. He would tease them so much. Why?
ज्यादा याद करें
Oh, they would become disturbed and then think so much of Mahaprabhu and quickly become purified. If you praise someone so much, they won't think about you so much. But if you always tease them, joke with them, and like, oh, he would go to see them, oh, you have tilak on your nose, oh, you are just a bogey, you're only showing yourself to be great, but you're just a cheater. So then they will never forget you. But if you say, oh, Guruji Maharaj, how glorious you are, how exalted you are, your foot dust purifies the world, and all this is, then no one will think about you or ask you anything. Oh, you're just like a crazy, useless person. But if you criticize and offend people and reprimand people, then people will never forget you. So Mahaprabhu came in Kali Yuga and began to tease everyone like this. He didn't let anyone go. The Pandits would go and they would stand in the Ganga water up to their shoulders and chant their mantras. Mahaprabhu would jump on top of their shoulders and push them into the water. Sometimes someone was closing their eyes and doing mantra. Mahaprabhu would fill up his mouth with water and then spit it in their faces. Or when they were coming out of the water and they put on fresh cloth, and Mahaprabhu collected so much dirt and dust and threw it on top of them. And mud also. Then he would take mud and wipe it all over their face. And when he would come, there was no guarantee from which side. Not only Mahaprabhu, not only to one Pandit, to all the different Pandits. He didn't leave anyone aside. Why? Oh, they will meditate on me and think of me. Then everything will be successful, like in our mat. If there are some people who are very restless and disturbing everyone, then you will remember that person. Everyone will be thinking of our Madan. Why? Wherever you go, he is always disturbing and so restless. people don't remember the good people. Oh, anyone who is like always disturbing others, then you will never forget that person. So this is called like natkat.
हिंसा बहुत होती है तो महाप्रभु इतना चंचल
So Mahaprabhu was so chanchal, so restless.
किसी को नहीं छोड़ते
He wouldn't let anyone stay happy or peaceful.
सूर्य देवी के बाद आकर के
He would tease and disturb everyone. But when he would go to see Vishnu Priya, he would be astonished. And he wouldn't disturb them. Also,
ये नहीं जगन्नाथ मिश्र गरीब है
people, when they would be disturbed, then they would
इनके पुत्र ऐसा सोचते
they would go to Jagannath Mishra. They would say, "Oh, your son, he is disturbing everyone, and he doesn't respect anyone."
ऐसा प्रश्न पूछेगा
They thought,
उत्तर देगा ऐसे दबाएगा जवाब देने का नहीं
let us ask such questions that also they can't give any answer.
क्या बुद्धि है हमारा मुंह बंद कर देता
Also, Mahaprabhu was so smart,
कुछ नहीं कर
and he spoke so wonderfully that they
सकता
couldn't
बंद हो जाता है
speak anything to Mahaprabhu. That when Mahaprabhu would argue with them,
हम प्रसन्न हो जाते
that he would defeat everyone.
हैं देवी बार आकर के
So when
राजपंडित से उलाहना देते विष्णु प्रदेव
they went to the king's priest,
जगन्नाथ मिश्र
and
बिगड़
then
जाते लठिया लेके
they were disturbed. One time Jagannath Mishra became very disturbed, and he took a stick thinking, "I will go chastise Nimai," that he is disturbing everyone. And then they went and they complained to Jagannath Mishra saying, "Oh, he is disturbing everyone. You're never looking after him. He was always playing in the water. You don't think he will get sick?" He said, "No, he is at school. He is at school." So Mahaprabhu would quickly run back holding pen and slate and ink. No, I was at school. But then Vishnu Priya, she was so humble and quiet and qualified and learned. People would go there to the king's priest house. The pundits, and they all went there and they heard Vishnu Priya's katha. Then also, if any question was in their mind, she would explain that immediately, like great acharyas are like that. Thousands of people might be there in class, and they may have so many questions in their mind, but just by his class, before everything, he starts answering all the questions before you even ask. There's no need to ask a question. All the answers will come in the class, and everyone will be very happy. So all the pundits would come to the king's priest house, Sanatan Mishra, because Jagannath Mishra's son was disturbing them so much. But sitting there, they heard so much nice katha. Vishnu Priya had a rule that she would every day go before sunrise and bathe and do worship there of Ganga. Also, every day she met Sachimata there at the Ganga. Sachimata would also go. Then she would tell her, "Sobhagyavati, that you will be so fortunate. The Lord will be so pleased with you, and the Lord will arrange your pran priyatam. Your pran priyatam will become your beloved. You will have no lover other than God." So she would say, Sachimata would bless Vishnu Priya. She said, "Oh, your name is Vishnu Priya, so surely it will be so that you will be only Vishnu Priya." Every day Vishnu Priya would touch the feet of Sachimata. It is actually a rule that a maiden girl will never touch the feet of anyone. She is considered very respectable. But if someone is like her parent, then she can touch the feet. Why? Also the wife, she will only bow before the husband, but not before anyone else. This is the rule. She will only touch the feet of the husband, but no one else. But she would Devi, and when she is a maiden before married, then she is considered most respectable, and she will not bow or touch anyone's feet. But she would daily touch the feet of Sachimata and take her blessings, and Sachi would say, "Sobhagyavati Baba," that you will be Sobhagyavati, supremely fortunate. Then people would go and they would say, they would go to Sanatan Mishra, "Oh, Nimai is always disturbing everyone. What should we do?" So when they went to Vishnu Priya, they went to Sanatan Mishra, and then Vishnu Priya gave katha, and everyone became peaceful. So time was going by like that. When Mahaprabhu married Lakshmi Priya, and sometime after that she disappeared, then Mahaprabhu was alone, and Sachimata was thinking, "Oh, I should arrange something for him." When there are so many nice katha, they arranged the marriage again, and she arranged the marriage of Vishnu Priya and Mahaprabhu. Subhadi Khan took all responsibility for the wedding, and he decorated all Navadvip. He was a very wealthy merchant, so he decorated all the pathways, all the ghats, all the markets, and he arranged all the different pundits. Not only that, all the ordinary people,
मिठाई रोटी
He gave everyone
कपड़ा
cloth,
वस्त्र मक्का
dhotis, ornaments,
पेरेंट्स
sweets. He gave
सब
everyone
सदस्य का
charity
कपड़ा
like
लेके
this. And
स्वामी
all
जी
of
सब
Navadvip was
किया
decorated.
और
When he went,
जब विवाह करने हो गया
when they agreed
कन्यादान हो
for the
गया
marriage and Vishnathan Mishra gave his daughter to Mahaprabhu, then at that time
देवता लोग
the demigods appeared
नित्य कीर्तन
in the
कर
heavens,
पुष्प वर्षा कर
people, and were showering flowers and singing and dancing. Some people were saying, ordinary people said, oh, is this Shiva and Parvati's marriage or Ram and Sita's marriage? Some people said, no, this is Lakshmi and Narayan's marriage.
साक्षात जगत में आविर्भूत
They appeared directly in this world.
किंतु महाप्रभु कैसे
How is Mahaprabhu?
उदासीन
He was udasin, indifferent, and renounced.
कहाँ विष्णुप्रिया
Vishnupriya, when she came home, oh, then his sannyas lila began, very shortly after.
विष्णुप्रिया
Then,
किस प्रकार सहनशील
how is she so tolerant, and how did she serve Sachimata so nicely?
यहाँ तक कि महाप्रभु संन्यास लेकर
Also,
जाए तो सब
after
दर्शन
sannyas,
करके
Mahaprabhu went for darshan everywhere. When Mahaprabhu came back after sannyas, everyone went for darshan, but Vishnupriya could not go. Only she could not go. Even when Mahaprabhu went to Kulia, Vishnupriya never left her house and never went to see him. She would go and bathe in the Ganga during Brahma Muhurta, and then she would come back in wet cloth, and then all day and night she would chant Harinam. Mahaprabhu met with so many people, but no one saw her face even. She would chant her Sankhya Nam, and she would count the rice to cook. While chanting Harinam, she would put aside each grain of rice, and then she would cook that and offer to Diti Mahaprabhu. Then she would give one share to Sachimata, and then to Bangsivadan Prabhu and Ishan Thakur, who were like the servants of the house since a few generations. Gurudev would say, look, Vishnupriya took sannyas, Mahaprabhu did not take sannyas. What sannyas did Mahaprabhu take? There's so many associates, he didn't leave anyone. He was eating in so many houses, playing, and he was so happy, enjoying so much. But Vishnupriya, she is sannyasi. In separation, when Sachimata, she was lamenting so much when Mahaprabhu left. Then Vishnupriya, she would serve Sachimata so much, so nicely. There was a neem tree in their courtyard. There, she prayed there to the neem tree. Please, oh, Mahaprabhu took birth here. Nimai took birth here. And he left his mother, and she is sad, so sad. Oh, Krishna is always like that. Krishna left also the Brajabasis. Ram left the Yodhyabasis. And now also in this pastime, oh, he is so cruel and he has left us all. So then what happened? The neem tree manifested a swarup of Mahaprabhu and came again as Nimai Pandit, as a Diti form. So then Vishnupriya brought this Diti to Sachimata, and she said, oh daughter, you have gave me my Nitai again, Nimai. That form of Nimai is also present. He is Vishnupriya's Nimai, and she would worship this Nimai. In the end, when Sachimata disappeared and Vishnupriya, she also left. Then her father's house side, they took him and they worshipped him. This is called, on this side of Kulia Navadvip, they said that is Mahaprabhu Pada, this is Mahaprabhu's area. They had so much love for Mahaprabhu, so Mahaprabhu is present there. And he is so beautiful. His form is so beautiful. In Ambika Kalna, Mahaprabhu is present. Original form, there is Gaurnitai. But there Mahaprabhu is alone. He is Vishnupriya's Mahaprabhu. Some people say that Mahaprabhu gave his paduka, his foot, meaning his shoes. But Mahaprabhu never gave this. This is only an imagination. He never gave this. But those shoes that were already in the house before he left, she would worship those shoes. Mahaprabhu didn't give shoes after he took sannyas. But you can see, if you are very fortunate, you can see those shoes that Mahaprabhu would wear. This was from his house before he left. Also, Mahaprabhu's footprints are present. These are all protected and very safe. So today is Vishnupriya Devi's appearance. Now, Raghunandan Thakur, Raghunath Das Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and the other appearance and disappearance we will hear going forward. Otherwise, we have so many programs, one after another, coming, and the devotees are serving all day. Tomorrow, there's a program in Mathura, and the next day is Advaita Saptami. if someone does a vrat or not, we are in the Gaudiya Sampradaya. Many people do not follow vrat and Advaitas. In ISKCON, they don't follow vrat and Advaita Saptami. But Gurudev and for us, we would always follow this vrat, and we have Abhishek, and we take Falahar, mean we fast like on Akadashi. We follow like Akadashi vrat. Because Advaita this is a Vishnu Tattva. And the next day there is also Parantine. He is Vishnu Tattva also. This is called Makari Saptami. He appears on the 7th day. This is also called Makari Saptami. And then the next day is also called Rath Saptami in South India. This is observed. He came on this day. So in South India, in all the different temples, there's chariots that come out, and the Didi is paraded throughout the city. So on that day of Saptami, Advaita Acharya appeared in the evening. This night of the 6th, when the moon has Kushta Rog, when the moon is the sun of the ocean, and when the poison came out of the ocean, when they churned it, then some of the poison made spots on the body of the moon. Therefore you see spots on the moon. So this is called like Kushta Rog, like some kind of leprosy. If one has leprosy, there's a kunda there where the moon was given Abhishek by all the demigods, and there is sweet water there. So if you have leprosy or some spots or problem on your body, you can go and worship there and take bath there, and it is said that you will be cured. When I was in Puri, this is nearby Puri, every day I would go there and bathe. And there were pandas and bhaktas, they would take me there every day and show me darshan, and we would take bath there and come back. It's a very beautiful place, and the water is very sweet. Even if the ocean meets with the pond, still it is sweet. There's Chandrabhaga. This is Chandrabhag, where the moon was given Abhishek. And then there's Bhav Kundaleshwar, where Jagannath Baladev, they went and they gave their rings, and they drank the buttermilk of the lady, and they ate her butter. That old lady, she caught the feet of Krishna Baladev, and she said, "Oh, you are so beautiful, boys, and your bodies, you're so beautiful. Please. Oh, there's some dirt on your feet. So how have you come like this? Oh, this mud isn't good. Let me wash your feet. You're so beautiful." So she washed their feet with the ocean water, but that whole area then became sweet water, and it was very pure and clean. So all these pastimes are there. So on Makari Saptami, we do Advaita Saptami Brat. Then Varahadwadasi will come, then Akadashi as well, and Nityananda Trayodasi. Now all the Gaudiya Mats, I heard, they will follow Nityananda Dwadasi, Nityananda Trayodasi, Dwadasi, and Akadashi all on one day. However, we should not follow like that. We should not disrespect Nityananda Prabhu. They do not do Vrat on Nityananda days. Those who do Nirjala Akadashi and Akadashi, then it is very good for them. The next day, they can take Charnamrita Paran, and then the next day they'll do Falahar Vrat. But that person who cannot do Nirjal Vrat and Akadashi, if they've never done it, or they don't have the strength to do it, then you can follow Akadashi Vrat, taking roots and so forth like we have regularly. You shouldn't take anything cooked though, like pakoris from buckwheat and sabji, yogurt, milk, and so forth. You can take like pistachio, cashew, but you shouldn't roast it. It should be raw. You can take fruits and so forth. Then the next day you can take Paran on Dwadasi, but also Nityananda day you should also have Falahar Vrat. And at 12 o'clock we'll have Abhishek on that day. That Mahaprabhu, he's not happy without Nityananda Prabhu. So we always properly observe Nityananda Trayodasi. After that, then we have the Guru Vargas Titi. Now the spring has come, and all these wonderful festivals are coming. So today, if we have a chance, we will speak about Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunandan Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and everyone else. Haribo, Gorpamanandi, Haribo.